Two teams with 11 Super Bowl titles between them. The Niners and Steelers underway to begin 2023. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing first play is Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now Pickett.
The 27-yard line.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, these Steelers, Charles, 9-8 a year ago. Their quarterback, Kenny Pickett, made 12 starts as a rookie. Do you see a jump coming, both for him and potentially for this franchise?
I do, and I trace it back to a December game against Baltimore in 2022. Kenny Pickett made some big plays down the stretch to give Pittsburgh a victory. Plus, the Steelers have added some nice pieces around him, and they'll be able to protect him even better in 2023.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. He shakes it up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And on fourth down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Purdy. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Steelers nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. In motion is Gray. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Purdy. That is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Steelers 0.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Motion man is Schwartz. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Anthony Schwartz from a yard out. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Harris running straight ahead. Able to fight through one tackle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now here's another carry for Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are back within a score.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But Did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Pickett. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Two yards still to go. Third down now. Pickett back to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
In motion is Gray. Here's Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
on the ground. McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Steelers 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
The extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Harris going to get it again on second down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They run again with Harris. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. So
they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Busts through the tackle. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20, Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 71 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go now.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. They hand this off to Harris, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Pickett lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Niners 42, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
In motion is Gray. Now on first down, it's Purdy. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the give, this is Harris fighting him off. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Pickett on 2nd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 83 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run.
Pickett lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter.
Let's go.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. To the air on first down with Pickett. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Pickett looking to change things up. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A handoff left, McCaffrey. Now he's loose again. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 228 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 49, Steelers 14. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Purdy off the play fake. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He'll buy some time right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Pickett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Oh, nice move. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready up! Ready, ready!
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the 49ers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.